Hello everyone, thank you for joining today's session. So today I'm going to cover one more topic related to experience cloud sharing, which is nothing but the implicit sharing. So we have various kinds of implicit sharing in Salesforce, but the implicit sharing topic that I wanted to consider today is nothing but the case contact implicit sharing in Salesforce Experience Cloud. So this is my demo org right now, and in this demo org what I have done is, if I go to the case object here, so I have changed the OWD of the case object to private, both the internal and the external OWD, as well as I have done the same thing for the contact as well. So both the internal and external OWD is private. Now after this, what I have done is I have created a community page. Basically, I have created a customer community, and I have done a self registration and everything, and this is the community user which got created after the self registration, and this is the profile of that community user, and this is the role which gets created as a part of this customer community plus license. Now for this user we also have a contact which gets created. As we know, as a part of the community user we get account, contact and a user which gets created. So this is the contact for that community user. So what we will do right now is we will log in to the community as this user right now, right? So this is my community, right? So what I will do right now is I will try to create a case as this community user. So I will click on this out of the box contact support button. So what it does is this opens up the case creation form and it creates a case. But before going into the case creation process, just wanted to call out one thing here, is like the use case that we are trying to solve right now is, let's consider that I will be creating a case from here, and once the case gets created, let's consider or assume that there is an assignment rule which is present in the org which changes the owner of the case based on certain criteria or conditions to someone else. So basically by default what happens is, if I create a case as a community user, by default I will be the owner, so I will have all the access to this particular case. But in real world generally we have an assignment rule in place. What it does is, based on those assignment rules and everything, the case gets assigned to someone else. Now as a community user, if I have to keep a track of what case I have created and in which status that case is, I will not be able to do that because I will no longer be the owner, and since the OWD is private, it becomes difficult for me. Now let's see that in action. So let's try to create a case right now. So this is the case, let's say I have created, and this is the case number. So as you can see that I have access to this case, and this case owner is nothing but myself. And also you can see the contact, which is the out of the box lookup that we have from case to contact, is nothing but the logged in community user. Now if I go to this particular case and if I change this owner of this case, right, to some other user, let's say by default what will happen is, like, if we have a assignment rule and everything in place, then this owner will be changed automatically to someone else. But for the demo sake, what I am doing is I am manually changing this case which has been created from the community to some other user. Let's say I change it to this user, and if I come to this particular case and if I refresh it, ideally my access should be gone. So as I see here, if I come to this page, I still see this particular case. The reason being, the contact name is still populated as my user. Now what I do is I just change the contact name, sorry, not this account name, I just change this contact name and I remove this. So this is a mandatory field, so let's fill up this and click on save. And if I refresh this, then what will happen is, ideally I will no longer be having the access to this case. So as we see, we get the invalid page. Now what the case contact implicit share tells is, if any user is being added, if any portal user is being added as a contact to a particular case, then automatically that contact or that portal user gets implicit access to that particular case. So let's see in action. Let me change this case to this particular logged in user, and if I now refresh this particular screen, so what I notice is although this case owner is not myself right now, the case owner is Devarun, which is an internal user, but since the logged in user is the contact to this particular case, so he gets the implicit access to this particular case. So this is how the implicit case contact sharing works in the Experience Cloud. So this is what I wanted to cover today. Thank you for watching. My humble request to you all, if you like my content, please do share, like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.